Hello, it's me, Jessica Lee, the Secret Psychic. I am here to do this week's horoscope reading. This is for the 13 sign horoscope. So if you don't know what that is, basically it's an ancient astrological. Sorry, I'm a horrible speaker. I'm trying, but it's a ancient. Okay, we'll say zodiac calendar or chart, and it obviously would have 13 different zodiacs instead of the 12 that we're more accustomed to here. At least in the Western world. Okay, so as far as I know, it goes back to the Babylonian days, and the 13th sign is called OPHIUCHUS. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm obviously not from that long ago, so that's the best of my knowledge. That's how you say OPHIUCHUS. The serpent bearer, the keeper of occult or hidden knowledge and wisdom, along with other things. So just a little bit about why I call this 13 sign horoscope. Again, I'm Jessica Lee. Thanks for visiting and watching the video. I just started this channel just a few months ago, I think back in December. So I guess we're about 6 months in now. I've been trying to keep up and do these weekly videos to give weekly insights about what's going to happen from like point A to point B. And, excuse me. So that's typically what I do on this channel here. When I started it, I basically started because I know I have a really bad speech problem. I don't project my voice well enough, so it's something I'm working on. And also, I was kind of a mute for many years. I know you probably would never guess this if you don't know me, but I was homeless for 7 years in the streets of Houston, Northwest Side, 1960 crew. Actually, how I got out there was because I followed the Holy Ghost. I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of pulled a joke. Meaning, I had nothing. I had to lose my apartment, but I don't know. I lost everything. And I went to go walk with the poor and ended up poor. And I've seen a lot of miracles. I felt like I was going to heaven at first. I've had a lot of strange and cool experiences, but also terrifying ones. And I'm very glad I made it back to the 3D living world. It's a lot safer here, a lot less uncertain. Walking with spirit is a really awesome experience, but it's not for the faint of heart. Not at all. Anyway, so I'm back. I did not talk very much. I was kind of in a state of awe and shock and also a bit of depression. I think I have PTSD now. I'm pretty sure I do. I have a lot of symptoms. But anyways, so when I got back, I wanted to get back to my old work. What did I do before? I did psychic readings. I actually started doing psychic readings in 2007. Prior to that, I was on a MySpace group. I don't know how old you are if you remember MySpace, but I ended up joining this group there called Real Psychics and Mediums. And the reason why I started on that group is because I had really bad experiences being supernaturally gifted. It was kind of like I was a lighthouse and anything and everything was attracted to me. And it made my life difficult. It made my family's life difficult. And I kind of just wanted to find out, how other people live with it. Am I the only one that has it so hard? Why don't I hear about others? And I also wanted to confirm, that I was able to read people so well. So I started there, and I got so much good feedback. Like, there was no doubt, I had like a fan group and people that, even though I was doing the reading for free, they were like, you need to start charging, young lady, like you have a child. And I was like, well, I thought that was bad. Isn't this a good gift? And they're like, no, honey, God gives us gifts sometimes. What about someone who sings? They put it to me like that, and that opened my eyes, it did. But like, okay, so say you are born with the natural gift of singing. How many great singers do you see out there just, no, I won't take your money for this show. Come on now. So if it's okay for them, why is it not okay for me? Especially when I'm able to help people, especially, help them heal, help them open their eyes to maybe mistakes they're making or bad situations. I'm not perfect, but I've seen a lot and I've made my mistakes. A lot of wisdom I have isn't just from the spirit. It's from learning the hard way. I got a thick head and I make some dumb choices, you know. But I also own up to them and I learn from them. So that's also why I don't mind taking some risks here and there, because I know I'm going to learn something. But anywho, so that's me a little bit. I'm Jessica. I also go by the Secret Psychic or Intuitive Jessica Lee is my channel says. So, okay, we blah 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 there. Alright, so I'm going to do this oracle reading. What is the oracle reading? Well, I'm not an astrologer, so I'm using oracle cards. This deck here, I've been working with it for about 2 weeks now, and I'm loving it. This deck is on fire. Like I've had customers come to me, like, their question would be, you know, a trust matter about someone they love. And literally the first 2 cards I'll pull are trust and love, and it's like, dang. And or so and so isn't talking to them. And there's a ghost card in here. When I pull that, usually when I pull it for me, I'm thinking of the Holy Ghost. But when I pull it in these other situations, I'm like, that dude just ghosted you. Like, it's very, I mean, don't get better than this, in my opinion. Makes the flow a lot easier. So I'm using this deck, and I'm focusing on the signs of the zodiac. We're going to start with Taurus, since today is June 17th, and for Taurus, their birthday in this chart, it starts May 14th and it ends on June 19th. So we're going to start with you, Taurus, and I am going to shuffle this deck, and we'll see what we get. Now, I have to admit, all the other videos I've done up until this point, I really wasn't feeling very confident. I mean, I was kind of doing one of those fake it till you make it things. I was having fun, and it was awesome. But I have to say, after this last week of really being able to work full-time as a reader, well, I mean, technically full-time, I've been logged on every day. And I'm actually going to match, this week I'm going to match my income at the job that just closed down. If you're following me. Oh, alright, I'll do this reading and maybe we'll talk about it later. I got all these stories. Okay, Spirit's like, just do it. Do this, Taurus. Got plenty of time to tell people all your funny stories about, basically their testimonies. To me, all my stories are testimonies. The power of the creator of all. So we have happiness. Oh, and I just heard, I forgot to tell you the week we're focusing on. This is for June 18th. Let me check the calendar, make sure I get these dates right. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this reading that I'm doing in this video is going to be for June 18th through the 24th. So Sunday through Saturday, the 18th through the 24th. Okay, let's put that calendar back. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Movement. Okay. Cool. I would say my skin feels like it's on fire right now, especially right here. I don't know why. Me and my son Oliver, we went for a walk earlier. And about 10 minutes into it, we both felt like how I feel right now. And I figured because it was heat outside. I'm in Texas, so it is hot. But I feel it right now, and I've been home for well over an hour. That's so weird. I don't know. There's someone out there got a bad sunburn watching. I'm very empathic. I've felt people's heart attacks. I've felt people in labor. I am very empathic. So whoever's got a sunburn, you better put some aloe on there. Killing me here. Okay. So Taurus, we have happiness, movement, and hunger. So there's a real drive in y'all this week. And the good vibes, obviously, with the happiness card. What I'm feeling there with the happiness and the movement is like, I'm seeing like a door opening, a gate being, released from open. And it feels like you've been waiting for this move. You've been waiting to be able to proceed with something. And it's finally happening this week. So yeah, that's a reason to celebrate. This is something that you really crave. There's the hunger card. That's like, it's like you really want this. You feel it in your bones. Okay, cool. So you would definitely headed to success, the sunshine and rainbows. I feel like there should be more. Oh yeah, I was gonna say earlier, yeah, I just wasn't feeling, the most confident with the other videos I've done. A lot of uncertainty about how well I've been doing, because especially y'all don't leave a comment or say very much. I mean, Kim, thank you. Kim and Sarah and Noah. Thank you guys. You know, it's like a little. I look at it like a little alien out there in the great abyss. And they're like, beep beep. Is anybody out there? I'm just a little ET lady looking for my pieces because I like graces. Okay, I spit that one out. So back with the Taurus, I kind of feel like this is all you need to know right now, but unless I'm being greedy, I'm gonna look a little more. Happiness, movement, hunger, success is work related. Okay, I pulled the fear card, but I'm hearing you need to release your fears, which is going to be a lot easier this week because you're going to start seeing, you know, positive signs. You just have those doors open. Whatever's been blocking you, whether it's like red tape or waiting for signatures, paperwork, someone else just to get out of the way. Whatever the case is, that hurdle is going to be out of the way. All green lights are coming up. That's what we got for you, Taurus. So you can expect some good things this week and progress, making moves. So the next sign we are doing is Gemini. This was Gemini something season. I'm not an astrologer, but okay, these are the things y'all should be looking up though. So Gemini and Saturn. Gemini and Saturn. If you don't know jack about astrology though, like just look it up. Just for now. Just for today. See what you come up with. Like, trust the universe is going to find like the right kind of information that's going to fit for something you need. Rest. Okay, Geminis, these are June 20th through July 20th. Now, that's the first card that actually did come out. It just like popped out of the deck. So y'all are going through something right now. You need to like pull back. I was kind of seeing somebody like, oh, leave me alone. Like, you've been through too much right now. And you need to take a break, honey. You need to remove yourself from whatever is hurting you. Whatever person is bringing you pain and all that discomfort. If it's an injury, for those of you where you're suffering for some health matter or an injury, you know, you really got to take it easy. I'm hearing some of you need to check out the doctor and go visit the doctor. If you're having like a lot of physical ailments right now. Okay, consciousness and surrender. Okay. You see these cards look kind of similar. I mean, they do to me. And when I'm looking at them, what I'm feeling is like you're in some conflict and you're not really sure who you can trust right now. It feels like things are blurry or lines are blurry, and that's also where a lot of this pain is coming from. You can't figure out who to trust or what the right answer is, what the right direction is. So you're feeling very conflicted inside. And Spirit is just saying right now, you know, you don't have to do anything right now. Feels like there's a lot of things that you haven't yet accepted as well. And they are hard to accept. And we have a visitor. I'm going to pause real quick. Okay, so let's hope I didn't lose all that flow that was there. But yeah. So with this, yeah, it feels like blurred lines, a lot of confusion, and there's a situation where at least this week, you're probably not likely to find, you know, the magic answer. You may not be able to take that mask off that person, you know, that you're feeling so confused about. Okay, confidence. Confidence. Confidence and balance. Elimination. Okay, so the week's not a total mess, I'm hearing. Hearing by the end of the week, things will lighten up for you. You'll get out of that kind of dark area where you're feeling really lost, insecure, and conflicted. So it's going to be kind of like a hot and cold week. It'll start off a little gloomy from what I'm getting here. It's going to start off a little on the, I'm down in the dump side. But you're going to come out of that and I'm seeing someone reaching out and handing like it feels like a rose or a star, some kind of gift of some peace offering. And whoever this person is that's reaching out to you to do something nice for you, it's really going to help brighten up your mood and help you get back to that equilibrium of, nothing in life is perfect, and we don't, we do the best we can, and that's okay. You are enough. It's good for today. So it'll work out, as far as your mood set goes. Sorry, I have a child here, so one moment again. Thank you. All right. Motherhood, he's actually an awesome kid. He's been sitting here ever since before I started, just quietly doing his thing. He is a sweet boy. And he's going to the pool. Lucky kid. I just don't want to burn. But anyways, we're going on to Cancer next. For the 13 sign chart, the Cancer falls as July 21st to August 9th. So keep that in mind here. Oh dear. Let's see. My son was going to bust in. I told him to not through time so I can pause this. So there's not all the background distractions. I think I'm going to have to order another couple of these because I'm already wearing the deck out. They're pretty thin cards, but dang, they're accurate. Illumination. And again, this is for the 18th until the 24th of June, 2023. A sweetness. And caution. Okay, so with these cards, I'm feeling that this week you're somebody that has come across as very sweet and nice, or maybe even gullible. Somebody that you just, no, they would never do that. You may start, seeing that they're human. They're human. I don't want to say they're a bad person, but it just feels like a more than meets the eye type of vibe here. So, unfortunately, I feel for some of you, this will be someone that you are romantically involved in to some degree or another. Oh, dear. Okay, cool. Well, my son, he's a Cancer. So, let me just double check. Okay. So, the last reading would be for my son. This reading would be more for, like, a Leo. Yeah, it's like the end of Cancer to Leo if you're doing, like, the 12-sign zodiac. I was just like, oh no. When I saw that, I was like, ew. I hope my son is not still talking to his ex. That's really what I was like, let me double check. Alright. Thankfully, that's not for my oldest. Alright. Success! Alright, when I pulled this one, I heard some of y'all dealing with this, kind of fake person. Or maybe fake's not the word. Misleading. Someone who's been misleading. Because fake, when I say fake people, I kind of mean like people that they don't even know who they are. They're just kind of clinging to this fad and what's cool and trying to impress others because they're not satisfied with themselves. They don't have enough of a self identity. But yeah. Anyways, sorry, I have ADD. I lost that thought. So sometimes I'm going to just blurt out things that have to do with some part of the reading, and then I just might veer sideways. I'm gonna try to bring it back, y'all. Okay, so anyways, with the fakey person, that's what it was. The difference between fake and misleading. So fake, they're not necessarily trying to hurt anybody, they're just trying to find their place in like a misleading person, though. That's somebody who is purposely trying to paint a different picture than what it is for the sake of taking advantage of a situation. Or even because they think it's funny for the, even worse reason, in my opinion. But for some of y'all, you were already aware of this fake ass person or this misleading little snake in the garden. So when what was that, success and strength, when that came up For those of you that were aware, I feel like you have tried to tell other people, or or you try to confront this person. But this week, you're going to be validated. The truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out. They're going to see their ass. Ooh, sweet victory, huh? All right. Anything else besides outing bullshit? I mean, I love outing bullshit, motherfuckers. I love it. I live for it. Okay. Love, sadness, consciousness. Okay, so on one level, for those of you who are like, I was right, da da da, it's not necessarily a victory. It is unfortunate. And for some of y'all, it may feel, you may feel a little deeper, like about the unfortunate, especially if you weren't the ones that were already aware, trying to warn others. If you're the one who personally was wrapped up, caught up in the lie, it's probably going to hit pretty hard. It's going to be hard for you to wrap your mind around. I mean, it's no different than a married woman finding out her husband's got another family, and the shock factor. I mean, yeah, obviously one lie compared to that lie could be a totally different thing. But the shock factor still remains. It's like, oh, no way. Definitely feeling that. So, hopefully someone can chime in and let me know. Let me know. What you think? Was I right? Am I full of shit? Go ahead, tell me. Tell me something. Alright, we're going to Leo. Leo. I'm going to do my nicotine. I didn't puff in 21 minutes. What's that mean? I think it means time just keeps ticking. Okay, next. ADD. Leo, the mighty lion. Your birthday will be August 10th to September 15th under the 13 sign zodiac. Let's do a little shuffle. Oh, now last week I did the Leo reading, but then after I did it, I realized, I remembered, I should say, I don't really like overthink these things, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm the Leo. But I laughed about it though, because I was like, oh wow, it sounds like they're going through what I'm going through. And then after I was like, huh? Yeah, that was your reading, dumbass. Oh Lord, it cracks me up. So anywho, August 10th through September 15th. Yeah, so this is my sign too. So what's going on for us? Squad. Alright, what are we gonna do this week? I'm hoping for some good news, of course. Oh, Lord. I'm a little nervous. Okay. I've already done 3 readings for myself. I don't know why I'm tripping. Trust. Trust is a must. Self-trust. Do you trust yourself? Do you trust people around you right now? Are you building bridges? Trust. Now, for me, and actually me and my guides, we actually were just talking about this literally before I started this video, but I think I mentioned this earlier too. With this deck, I have a ghost card, and typically when people come to me for a reading, especially if they're paying for it, they're looking into love. They want to know what's up with a potential partner. Oh, what's up with their husband? What's up with their wife? Is there a chance for a reunion? Etc. So when I usually get this card, it means somebody has ghosted you. Or, like they never were. And hello, ghost. But when I do my own readings with this deck, this card doesn't mean that. I mean, I'm not dating anyone. I'm not even trying. So I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, I got lots of guy friends, and I'm not intimate with them. And they're all distant and far away. And I have absolutely zero interest in having a boyfriend or a man in my life in a romantic way. So this card, obviously, for me, doesn't mean someone's ghosting me. Not in that regard. But when I do these personal readings for myself, or my guides will be like, hey, let's have a little chow wow. And sometimes they'll just tell me stuff, and sometimes they want me to work with my cards, which in hindsight, I think they're just helping me, get to practice. And anyways, So I'll get these messages, and the ghost card comes up. For me, it's like a reassurance that the spirit is near me. And they were telling me earlier to consider applying that to the readings, like just because someone's asking about a relationship, meaning reading, and even though maybe, yeah, the person is ghosting them, it also doesn't deny the fact that they may also have the presence, of a benevolent spirit, or maybe non-benevolent. Different cases, different situations for everyone. But since we have trust and spirit here, feeling for many of y'all, you may be feeling a little deeper connection, with either yourself, your God, the spirit realm. Maybe you're dabbling into, the unknown a little more. But there's a level of trust here for us. I'll say us because it's my sign too. So we're building the bridges. We're not burning them down. And in this case, nobody is abandoning you. People will come and go in our lives, but the force of life, the almighty consciousness that controls and keeps everything going, is with you, and you're having experiences this week that really reaffirm this. And when you have moments like that, you can't help but feel so loved. You can't help but appreciate, everything you don't understand. You also gain an appreciation for divine timing. Okay, we have movement. Moving on. Illumination. Okay, with these cards, I'm hearing, okay, well, this is what I'm hearing. And I'm like, I get all nervous because this is me too. I'm hearing like you may hear about an opportunity for a place to go, be it a move, a vacation, relocation, maybe heading in a different direction in life. Maybe another path is just recently open, a new opportunity. And okay, I was all nervous. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm moving. But I actually am moving. I forgot. I'm retarded, y'all. I'm retarded. No, we're moving soon, actually. And I forget because I'm not the one that's having to pay for this move right now. I'm not the one who has to do all the paperwork. So I guess it's kind of easy for it to slip to the back of my mind. I'm aware we're going to move, but it's not really at the front of my mind. But yeah, there's going to be an opportunity to move. So hey, maybe you'll be lucky like me and have a family member who is able to, he's more able to than he is willing. I'll admit this for him. Doesn't really want to help, but he's going to. And he really should. That's my brother. What the fuck? Like, I've been down on my luck, and I've done really well too in life. And I've done a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I'll tell you, when I am financially secure and stable and thriving, I'll help everybody I can within my power. Especially my family, my evil ass mom. I ain't even want to say rest in peace because I'm sure she's turning her ass around in hell right now. But like, as much shit as she's done against me, I'm not gonna say to me, but just against me. We'll leave it at that. She made my life harder in every way she could. Oh, okay, God, he said not every way, but it seemed that way. Anywho, she's just done a lot to really make my life hard, to make me feel like shit about myself, to install fear and anger. Oh, well, let it go. But even though she did all that, I still was paying her bills for a while there. I still make her car payment. I still would bring her $500 a week just to babysit my son for the weekend, so I could have some time off. That was when it was just me and Tyler. And, I didn't have the baby daddy around. I didn't have anybody else that I really trusted enough to watch my son. But that was my opportunity to have, I was still young. I was still in my early 20s at that point. But, yeah. I still took care of that lady, and I didn't complain about it. And then I have my brother here acting like I'm a burden to him. And I actually do pay rent, It's not like I'm sitting here like, oh, carry my ass, It's just he's got the longer job history, and he's got yeah, he's more established than me, so I can't sign a lease. I don't even have enough income right now. Thanks. It's my personal life because I'll keep it real. I'm a real human being, and shit happens even to the best of us. And sometimes we have to work with people and we really feel like they hate our guts, but we just gotta just make it through it. Even though you didn't do shit to a motherfucker. So hi. So movements. I just held a whole therapy session. You can ask my friends. I'll be like, drop a whole therapy session on theirs. By the way, energy and reflection. Okay, with this one, I feel like you're going to encounter. I want to say meet someone, but I know it's the digital age, so I know for me, most of my interactions with people are over the internet. But it's not to say you can't meet somebody in person, but I'm feeling this week the odds are highly likely you're going to have some kind of interaction or encounter with somebody who you just vibe so well with. Like, it's instant connection, good times, you guys understand each other, you don't have to explain what you just said. Good vibes. And so definitely feeling like new energy is coming. This may happen into the week after the 28th, but I'm hearing with this, get ready, you're gonna have some good times with somebody. I can't say it's gonna turn into love. I can't say it'll be your best friend. I can't say you guys will be friends forever. But for the moment, someone awesome's coming, and you're really gonna enjoy that connection. Okay, I just did. What did I do? I'm good. All right. I thought I mixed up my deck. Okay, we're moving on to the Virgos with the 13 sign zodiac, and your birthdays are September 16th to October 30th. So where are y'all from? Where did you grow up? Why do I ask? Because it's a dumb question. But I grew up in like Metro Detroit, right? So when I was just looking at October 30th, I was like, Devil's Night, right? Like, there's literally a Devil's Night up in Michigan. But I was wondering, does anybody else do that? What is Devil's Night? It's the night before Halloween. So instead of Christmas Eve, we have on the opposite side of the scale, Halloween. And the night before, like, people do ratchet stuff, like they'll toilet paper someone's house, or get some dog poop in a brown paper bag and light it on fire on someone's porch. Or they do more heinous things, Or, like, a lot of times in Detroit, like, the abandoned houses, especially, like, the dope houses, where, and especially when you had somebody in the neighborhood that still gave a shit, and didn't want that there. Sometimes they burn those houses down just to, like, keep the motherfuckers out. But when I came to Texas, nobody did that. They had no clue what I was talking about, because I was like, oh dear, Devil's Night's coming, we better stay in tonight. And everybody was like, what are you talking about? So I'm just asking, like, have you ever heard of Devil's Night? Have you? Just a dumb question. Balance. Oh, Virgo. Did you know, Virgo, that you guys are known as virgins? Did you? And Mother Mary was a Virgo? Did you? Did you know that? It's one of the things I learned while I'm being nosy about what the hell is going on in the world. Balance and consciousness. Okay, with this one, I'm going to hearing there's either a need to meditate, or you're just naturally going to fall into the rhythm of being in a meditative state. So there's going to be this calmness in your mind. You're trying to calm your mind. Also hearing, okay, a lot of mental energy here. Okay, so I feel like a lot of y'all are going to be sorting through what your next steps are. You have a picture in your mind of what you want, at least for this next year ahead, to be like. So you're working on your plans, and you're trying to figure out, what part of what you want actually measures up in reality. We all have dreams and goals, and some of them are bigger than others. And sometimes we bite off more than we can chew. So I'm feeling like there's going to be a little more reassessing going on this week. But you're going to be doing it from a more spiritual kind of perspective or a place. These things you're focusing on, you're building. Even though I feel like shelter and security may be an issue, or not even an issue, but something of importance. That's not like your number one focus or goal, or it's not all that matters. So if you're like looking for a job, for instance, you're trying to figure out, what kind of career you need to go into. you're not just looking at the money. You know, you're trying to figure out something that can sustain you, but something that brings you some peace, something that's not going to rob you of peace. Yeah, you're being really particular about where you're moving ahead, and you're figuring out the best thing to do. And I'm feeling, I want to say, you're obviously not afraid to ask God or Spirit to help you figure this out. Growth. Okay, again, on the spiritual lines, just growth, which I feel is very constant. I almost feel like it's not even worth mentioning that there's growth because you've just been constantly growing and growing. Like, I'm seeing sprouts. Like, I'm seeing something grow up, you know, a little grain stalk of some kind, and even though that's still growing, you're starting even other little sprouts. There's even more little seeds sprouting up. So you're going somewhere here, honey. You are going somewhere. Isolation. Okay, what I'm hearing with this one too. You know, when we plant a seed to make something grow, we have to leave it alone. We have to put it somewhere dark. It looks bleak, I'm sure, from the seed's perspective. You got this little baby, little speck of life. And assume it has eyes, you know, it's probably feels scary, you know, being in the dark. You don't know what's on the other side. But every seed has that inner earning to reach the other side. I'm being reminded also right now of some videos I've watched recently that did address isolation, and how sometimes God will isolate us. It'll feel like our worlds are falling apart, like we're losing people we love even. We're not able to get to them. For myself, when I had my, like, I want to say next level awakening, because I'm like you, Virgo, and these birthdays, you know, my growth, I'm always trying to keep reaching up higher. You know, my little sprouts don't want to just stay on this level. I want to see how high I can grow. But yeah, before 2016, I mean, not something that it's all about the creator, but like for me, I didn't really believe in I didn't believe in the Holy Spirit. I like the idea of Christianity, but I'm still this way. I'm not religious, and I think there's too many hypocrites and too many wolves in sheep's clothing in many of these churches and even prayer groups. So I do like to trust in my connection with God, and I have my own connection, but He took me to another level, and in order for me to become who I am today, and I have this connection and this trust, you know, like my trust has been built up so much through those times of isolation. You know, not being able to see my kids, not being able to see my family, and having everybody that I really cared for kind of turn their back on me. The ones that, you know, not my children, obviously, but yeah. So I felt very isolated, but it was because of isolation. Like, now I speak in tongues. I mean, I got so close. I got very close to my creator. He gave me the gift of tongues, and I realized during these times, you know, I ended up reading the Bible. It's something I never would have done. Never. I ended up reading the Bible, and like, okay, I was 8, and I realized I might be a psychic, and I told my mom. She told me, "Oh, you better hope not. The devil has you." That's what it means. If you do that, it means you're evil and the devil has you. So, I mean, that really traumatized me. And my mother, to her dying day, will never consider the fact that maybe these gifts are good and they're meant to help people. Well, during my time of isolation, I ended up finding out that my gifts are actually gifts of the Holy Spirit. They are described very literally right there in the Bible. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe my mom never even... She thought she was so holy. Well, not holy, but better than me, or I don't know. Was she never even thought to read that part of the Bible? I don't know. But anyways, the point is, you know, growth can be difficult. And sometimes in order for us to make our most productive spurts in our growth, we have to be isolated. So whether you're isolating yourself this week or you find yourself in that situation and it's uncomfortable, just work through it. You know, you don't have to grow up overnight, but if you fight the process, if you avoid it, it will make it a lot harder. And God, I hope you don't have to do 7 years like I did. I really do. I hope if it is God or the universe and you feel that that things are being taken away from you and you have nothing but God. If you find yourself in jail even to that degree, I mean, in a way, that's what it's like being in jail. Where do you go? Where do you go? You have nothing that you knew. But when God or the universe does this, you know, don't fight it. Go with it and speak to your creator. And thank God most of you are choosing this. Alright. Thank God. But seriously, I'm glad for what I went through, but damn, at the same time, I'm like, I've asked myself so many times, would I do it again? I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. If I didn't, you know, maybe something worse could have happened. I know through my time being out there on the street and getting caught up in, I guess you could see the drug scene. I mean, pretty much everywhere in my neighborhood, it was a dealer or a smoker, so there's no getting away from it. You're going to end up with those people. But when I did finally get back to my family, my oldest son, I mean, this is pretty much what you expect a young boy who got separated from his mom and went through. You know, living with a narcissistic woman and a half-retarded uncle. You know, he was acting out, you know, and he was a lost kid. And he was drug addicted. My son was addicted to fentanyl. I mean, he still technically is. I still tell he's having a hard time getting off of it. But not even a year after me being here, he overdosed in our bathroom. And I had to bring him back to life. And it's like, I've been helping him so much, but I would be able to even get this far with him if I didn't see what it was like for others. If I didn't know what, you know, I see him looking pale and throwing up, or if I didn't have that time out there to see a heroin addict, I would know my son needed help. So I can't say I wouldn't have gone through all that again if it means I would have been back in time to save my son. Because I would have been as ignorant as my brother was about how bad he was. So just say that. Just say that. Sometimes it's hard to grow up and to be in the right place at the right time. But it's not always about us, right? Okay, Libra. Libra. Thank you, God. I pray so hard for my son, and my son has changed so much, and I don't know who else to thank but God. I mean, I thank him too, but you don't understand how my son was refusing to change. And like, it took a few months. It took a few, like 5 months, but so different now. He's still struggling, but he's trying, and he's trying. Before he was like, fuck you, you didn't do what I want. He's trying. God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Okay, Libra. I'm gonna try to shake all my little emo energy out of here. I mean, it's wonderful to have feelings, but Libra. October 31st to November 22nd. So Halloween to 11/11. I think there's something deeper in that too. I gotta say, like 11/22 is like, to me, it's like perfect symmetry in its own right, and then you have like Halloween, monsters and death, doorways and stuff. Okay, something like the rebirth. I don't know, something about it represents like a rebirth cycle to me. So, and that's kind of cool and fitting because you got the levers and the scales and the balance. So that's really cool. I mean, that's how my crazy brain, and I will admit I'm crazy. But I do have a 131 IQ, so I'm allowed to be crazy. I could even be a little crazier. If only I were smarter. Okay, so Halloween to 11/22. That's for the. Why do I want to say the 18th to the 24th? Because that don't make sense. I guess it does make sense. I'm just bad at math, and I'm bragging about being smart. Math wasn't my strong suit, but my comprehension levels were still off the charts. All right. I remember they tested me when I was in 10th grade, and they said I had the comprehension and reading level of a sophomore in college. Sweet. That's what I said, too. Okay, we got sweet. Oh, it looks like a sucker. Now, in this case, I'm hearing not all things that are sweet are good for us. You know, like, a sucker tastes great. Ooh. But if you have too much, you could die. Did I tell you these cards are crazy? Like, here's another example of how I'm really loving these cards. I watch other astrologers, I watch other card readers too, especially when I'm waiting for a call. Like, I'll put my little YouTube screen on minimum, and I'll just play these videos in the background so my laptop don't like black out on me and then I miss calls. So anywho, I'll be watching them, and sometimes, you know, my spirits be like, okay, let's go with the cards. So I'll start shuffling and pulling, and these people will say a word, and I'll pull a card that has the same word on it. Like earlier, I forget who I was watching, but before I started this video, I was watching one of the better astrologers I prefer, or sorry, tarot card reader, and he literally said idea right when I pulled a card that says, there it is. So he says idea right when I pull this. I mean, that's like probably the 60th time it's happened all week. It's been happening so much, and I'm like, damn, we in sync. This is my baby. Okay. This is my baby now. Okay, isolation. Alright, Libras. I'm hearing some of y'all. This is about some of y'all being this way. So if it fits, you know, don't be offended. I'm just saying what I see. But it feels like for some of y'all, you are the one putting the cold shoulder up. Like, you were hot, and now you're like, nah, get the hell away from me. That's what I'm feeling for some of y'all. For the other ones, unfortunately, I'm feeling like somebody is doing that to you. So it's like a polar thing here, you Libra. It can go either way. Either it's you or it's them. Flow, I'm actually seeing water like being drained out. So I guess this flow is like, you're going to have to let this go. It's leaving. The ride is over. And for those of you who put the cold shoulder up, you've already realized it's time to go. I'm seeing bashing heads, disagreements, can't see eye to eye. So this definitely has to deal with you and another person. And okay. Yeah, so cut those cords. Cut those cords. They may, for those of you who are on the I guess the bad end of the cold shoulder here, and you can't understand why, because they were so sweet and kind, and maybe they ghosted you, sort of situation, and you just don't understand where this attitude's coming from. What I would have to say is, you don't have to understand where it's coming from. All you should understand is it is coming. Or do you want to deal with this? Do you think it's really worth it for someone to be dismissive of you? I mean, for those of you on the giver of the cold shoulder thing, yeah, to me, it feels like you just know this is just not worth your time anymore. It's not going to work out. All you're doing is getting yourself aggravated. It's just not satisfying. So you're willing to kind of be the bad guy, just pull that Band-Aid off and get on with your life. You don't want them around, and you don't want to entertain their ass. And if you're the Libra who's been trying to get entertained, you know, I would highly suggest you walk away before things get ugly. Because imagine if you had to face yourself. We'll put it that way. How nasty can you get, honey? How bad can you rip into somebody when you've had enough? So just let it go, please. Let it go. Let it go. All right, Scorpio hosts. November 23rd, 29th. Oh, yeah, back to that old conversation. Why do I feel more confident? Y'all, I've been working more. I did mention that. But also, I got some awesome reviews. And I started working on a Medium chat. Like, I got my own website, which is nobody. I guess people will go to it, but I haven't got anyone to message me or be like, hi, I can have a reading, or nothing. It's just there. But I work on bitwine.com, and I joined up with another site. Bitwine just isn't busy enough. So now I'm working for Medium Chat. and they're based in the UK. But I'm always nervous when I start doing this. Like, I was nervous when I first started getting back online, when I first started pulling cards. Some of y'all, if you're watching and you know this, you may remember I did a whole thread on Facebook doing some free readings because I was like, all right, I need to practice because it's been so freaking long. I mean, 7 years. God damn, that's a long time, you know. But even back before when I was doing this on a roll, I still get nervous every time I get a new client. Like, I am a like 12 sign. I'm a Virgo. I'm a perfectionist. I want to get it right. I don't like cutting corners. So I do the best I can, but I get really self-conscious too. Like, even if I like, okay, say you come to me and it's like, we're 2 minutes in, I tell you a little bit about the past and the present, and some of what I say fits, but some of it doesn't, I will refund your ass and suggest somebody else, or let you go find somebody else. I don't do half-ass. If I can't tell you, if I can't nail that past and present, and you're paying me, I don't want your money, and I sure don't want to give you bad advice about your future. You see where I'm going with this? So yeah. Ooh. But I've been getting so many good reviews. Like, one lady, she was like, oh my God, where can I find you? I don't want to lose you. And I mean, this lady in particular, she was asking me, like, they were test questions. It was stuff she knew the answer to already. And she was just, seeing what I'd say. And she was straight up like, wow, you're really good. And I mean, I already could tell she was asking tester questions, but then she let it be known. She's like, yeah, that is true. But she would ask it like she didn't know the answer already. Anyways, but like stuff like that, like, I really love the feedback. I mean, it's not for my ego. It helps me helps me know I'm doing a good job. Because if I don't feel like I'm doing a good job, then I just can't do it. If I don't feel like I can do it, I don't want to do it. If I don't have a happy customer, I don't want their money. I'm not saying that so I can have a bunch of people be like, oh yeah, I'll pay for a 20-minute reading, and then after the reading's over, I want a refund. Like, no, trust me, I'm not a dumbass. You got that first 2 or 3 minutes to tell me. If that's where you're going with it, if you can't tell me in that first 3 minutes you're half on, half off, then I'm gonna proceed and you let me finish reading. I'm keeping your money. But if you want a real honest reading and you're not playing games, just let me know. If I fuck up, I'll return your money. But in that first 3 minutes, I ain't trying to get played out here. I came from the streets. No, I didn't come from the streets, but I did live on them. Alright. Scorpio. November 23rd to the 29th. Isn't that 6 days? 6 days. What's up for y'all for this week ahead? That's protection, but I heard locks. That's what I heard. Growth. And ideation. I'm trying to get a vibe on this one. I mean, it's like a little baby thought trying to come to me. So when I hear lock and then I see growth, though, I'm actually getting like a warning vibe on this one. You ever like nurture something so much you kill it? You're like the abominable spill man. Like, I'm gonna love you and I'll get a hold of you forever. Like, the intention may be good, but it might not actually be the best way to protect something. And it also, I don't know, I don't feel like this is advice for this week, but just in general, if you cling onto something too tight, it's not able to grow. It doesn't have room to move. The ideation, I feel like many of you are kind of realizing that right now, or as the week comes along, you're kind of realizing where maybe you came on a little too strong. Or maybe your thinking was a little too limited and it was affecting you and your ability to have opportunities or enjoy them. Overall, I'm hearing for this week, there's going to be some, I feel like, self-reflection and in some ways a little, like a slight embarrassment, but not in front of a crowd, just kind of like with yourself where you're like, oh, man. Anyways. But overall is like, okay, you're aware of some things that you did wrong that may have stunted your progress or your growth or that of somebody else, and you're more mindful of it. So with this caution, when you're getting the feeling like going forward, you're gonna be that's more cautious about it. What's this other word I'm looking for? Too careful. You're kind of going with, it feels like you may go to the other extreme. Let's see. Okay. Some of y'all, you may go to the other extreme. The other ones that are not able to let go of the fact that they need to let go a little bit. I feel like that's going to be an emotionally charged situation for y'all. I know a lot of Scorpios. My mom was one. The Scorpios I know, y'all you like to be in control. You're very reserved with your emotions. You don't show your emotions very well. You got a pretty good poker face too. But I think it just freaks you out knowing that you can't be there to protect someone or to influence someone somehow. I feel like you want to keep them safe, so the intentions are good. And if you're not able to do it, you may freak out a little bit. It may be a problem for you, but try to let go and trust. You know, you can't be there all the time to save everybody any more than I can. But try to have some trust that this person, if it's about the other person, trust that they could figure it out. And also, if it's for you, trust that, you know, you do have spirit with you. We all have guardians, we all have angels, and we all have the creator God or goddess, whichever you prefer, he, she, it, they. We all have something that is a force within us and is connected to us and does guide us, you know, when we're willing to listen and accept that. So just work on that, Scorpios, if you're not already. Be open to change, and be open to knowing, you know, you can't do everything, you can't be there for everyone, and trust everything is going to be all right. Okay, when I pull this one, I'm seeing like a doctor giving someone the sucker at the end of the visit. So I feel like once you do get through this, you'll feel some kind of there's some kind of reward, you know, that lets you know you're doing the right thing. So you'll handle this how you're supposed to, and you'll get your reward once you master this lesson. Now, OPHIUCHUS. Okay. Your birthday is November 30th to December 17th. What's going on with y'all? Shout out to Noah. Noah is a friend of mine. He doesn't resemble Frankenstein. No, I don't think so. You are no Frankenstein, sir. Maybe a doctor, though. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Love. You know what I like about this card? Okay, well, number one, I believe there's many different ways that love is shown and expressed. And, like, you see all those little lines shooting out? That to me kind of represents, like, yes, it's a love, but how many different kinds of love? How many directions can it go in? And I'm starving. Illumination. Oh, well, hell. Oh, I hope this video's got okay sound. Apparently my speaker turned off. Hopefully, it's not too much difference there. I don't know why it did that. Something just told me, check the speaker. Sure enough, the pitch was off. Huh. Weird. Okay. Now, how's that for an illumination? My guys are funny. All those looked and they're like, "Aw." Alright, I'm gonna do one more. Just a little more. Okay, so some of you are going through well, you're worried about somebody that you care about. That's basically the gist of this one. Could be a family member, mom, dad, son, child, best friend for life. But I do feel like some unfortunate news may be coming along or affecting this person. Could be a hard time, could be a health matter, you know. But I do feel like it's gonna be upsetting for you to, you know, have this knowledge or to see them go through this hard time. And faith is gonna be really important. I feel like you're gonna do your best to be, you know, to be positive and try to help them through this. But you also have to draw on your own faith too, because even though you're putting on a good, happy, strong face for this person you care for, you know, inside I do feel your own optimism may be shaken. I do feel there's gonna be a lot of people around. You know, maybe my idea of a lot is 2 or more. So there'll be support though. There'll be some support here for you and a lot of it. Could be a donation coming in this week ahead. Some kind of gifts. And also, sadly, abundance anxiety came, you know, one after another. So it could just be a very stressful week for you and your family. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Also hearing many of you are natural healers. Like, the power of thought is an amazing thing, and so is faith. I don't know how far you are into a rabbit hole of the powers of like hands healing or healing through prayer. But if you're not familiar with it, definitely do some research, and also research your sign. You know, OPHIUCHUS, November 30th through December 17th. But I feel like there's a call here for you to do some kind of like intentful prayer for healing for this person and the situation, or if you're into, you know, any kind of wuju energy work, just send some good thoughts here. It can help, like your thoughts and your good wishes for people actually do make an impact. So that's what I am hearing. So if it's the whole sign, I don't know, or just the people watching, but you know, definitely test your strengths there and see how the mood lifts or the tensions ease after you do some kind of prayer work to help manifest a better situation or send blessings to this person. Help everybody. You know, it feels like there's a lot of emotions tied into to this person or what they're going through, and it affects more than just one person. Okay, Sagittarius, December 18th to January 18th. I have a Sagittarius moon. Well, under the 12th sign, actually under astrology, but most of the astrological calendars are like Vedic and Western or whatever, and they don't use this calendar, obviously. So anyways, but 12th sign on that Sagittarius moon, we got love again. Another love card. Usually when I pull the love card, it does have to do with personal relationships, you know, strong ones. People, you know, there's feelings involved. It also has to do with things that we just love. You know, we just love something. Okay, we love an idea. You ever love an idea? What about an idea about somebody? You ever find yourself in love with somebody, and then later you find out you weren't in love with them. You were in love with the idea you had of who or what they were. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. Alright. Happiness after that. It looks like my hair looks kind of green here. It's actually blue. It's actually blue there. I'm playing. You can't see all the cool colors. Really, the lighting is not so good. It's a pity. You're missing out. Oh, it looks so cool. Alright. Awesome! Well, that looks good. I'm hoping the next card that follows is Crusher. Happiness, abundance. Hunger. Well, when we're hungering for something, that certainly means we don't have something, right? So yeah, this is definitely a call for y'all to be mindful about who you may be building an infatuation with. Try not to put anybody up on a pedestal, and don't run away with these fantasies of what might be, what could be. I'm hearing like an example. This is a situation that happens more times than I even realized. But okay, so say Bob tells Susie, I know we've been dating for a while, and I like banging you, but I just don't feel alright, and I'm gonna have to cut this one out. Okay, so Susie plus Bobby, they had such a good connection, and she can't not believe Bobby wants to move on. So she starts obsessing on this, and she doesn't want to let it go. And she starts convincing herself, well, he just needs a little more time, and he'll come around. I mean, we all do that, right? But sometimes you're like writing a narrative of a person and what's going to happen that is not based on anything that's actually happening in the current moment. It all ends up being wishful thinking. And sometimes we turn to those happy, thoughts or fantasies to bring us relief, from feeling that hunger for the happiness and how good it could be. So Sagittarius is, this is just, it's not just a calling from me, but from the universe, from these awesome cards. They're letting you know, reevaluate the situation. Don't build castles in the sky and you don't have a flight. If this person isn't giving you a ticket to their show, if they're not investing in the same interest, and if they're telling you straight to your face they're not interested, don't try to rewrite the story, man. That's what it is. And I know it sucks. Trust me, I know it sucks, but just let it go, man. You're not going to do any good for yourself holding on to someone that doesn't even want to be helped. We'll leave it there. With love, of course. With love and respect. But I've been there. I'll be like, oh, hell no, I'm not going there again. I'm not doing that again. I'll believe a motherfucker. When someone shows you who they are and they tell you to their face they're not interested, excuse my French, but nobody who really gives a shit about you is going to tell you to your face they're not interested. You gotta just listen to that one. When that happens, you better listen. Just, okay, thanks for letting me. Be grateful they told you. You know how many people will not tell you? I'm one of those people. I figure it out on my own. So I'm like, well, if I can figure out when someone's not interested in me and I peacefully back out and just disappear, because obviously they weren't feeling me, I sure expect the same for others, because I will put signs out there like, no, you try to touch me, no, I'm not feeling you. That's a sign right there. Somebody's pulling back. When you try to embrace them, they're not interested. They may even be repulsed. Just saying, wake up. Okay, Capricorn, January 19th through February 15th. So my old website, before I disappeared, I missed it. They don't have the same web server. But anyways, I have this nice mantra, if you will. Keeping it real one reading at a time. I need to add that on my new website. That's kind of like my catchphrase. Keeping it real, one reading at a time. Today's news story report. But anyways, I was just thinking about that. Keeping it real. I kind of came up with that little slogan, though, because I do readings and I don't sugarcoat, as you may have just noticed. Like, if I see you're barking up the wrong tree, I'm going to do everything in my power to convince you to have more self-respect. That's basically where I'm coming from. Like, don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. That a lot of people, they do that to themselves, and then they blame the other person for making them feel less than, when they were the one chasing after something that wasn't for them. Oh, I mean, I've done it. I've done it like 20 years ago. I'm grown. Like I said, I'm not even interested in dating anymore. I'm just like, why would I even want to bother? I'm happy with me, man. I'm happy with me, and I'm working on me at the same time. I just, for me, I'm not saying this is all men, because there have been men I've been involved with, in the last 10 years that definitely, didn't put too much pressure on me at all, and they were my boyfriend. They were more like my best friend. It was more of a friend situation. We'd cuddle, and sometimes we'd have sex. And I mean, and that's really what, to me, honestly, those are the best relationships, because when it's too much focus on the physical, or being the best couple and all that shit, it just, for me, it gets too complicated. Okay, we're on to Capricorn, right? January 19th through February 15th. Oh, I'm almost done. So we're already over an hour into this. And while I'm shuffling, before I forget, I was actually trying to make a list of things I wanted to say in the video other than readings. But I would like to dedicate today's oracle readings to my friend John McQueen, who is in heaven. He passed away last year. And I woke up this morning, I literally woke up and thought of him. And I mean, I love this man, but I don't think about him every day. I wish I could say I do. But he was on my brain, and I started missing him so much. Like, he died right after I got out of hell, Houston. And I always considered him a guardian angel. Like, for years. I mean, I told him this to his face so many times. You are an angel to me, John. I mean, there were times I was losing my mind, having a breakdown. And he would show up out of nowhere. And this man, he always had a shroud on. He was always in a shroud. And we're in Houston, and I'm talking even before COVID, after COVID. This man is shrouded up. It's so calm and so quiet. And anyways, I would be losing my mind. And I can't tell you how many times he would find me on the street. I'd just be wandering. I'm homeless. I have places I can go. But sometimes you wear out your welcome, or you want to leave before you do. You get me? But I'd be wandering around losing my mind, having a breakdown with my family. That's usually what would start my breakdowns. And he would show up out of nowhere and just be like, hey, come with me. And he would walk me to the Church of Yahweh on 1960. And he would just sit with me. And he'd let me cry. He didn't, ask me. He didn't even ask what was wrong. He used to, but he came to know me. I just had to go through my feelings. And he would just sit with me, and pray. And I would have so many thoughts going through my mind, too, like, memories, flashbacks, worries, all sorts of stuff. And sometimes I felt like he could see what I was seeing, because, like, he would just, especially at the most, like, traumatic kind of revelations or thoughts that would come up. It's calling, like to acknowledge, all this is what it is, or it was what it was. But he was so calm and peaceful. It brought me so much peace. But anywho, about 2 weeks after I got out of Houston, he passed away. I still don't know what happened to him. Somebody did reach out to me and let me know he passed, though. It just breaks my heart. So I wanted to dedicate this video to John McQueen from Houston. I don't know if any of his family will ever find this video, but if you do watch this and you know who I'm talking about, that man was such a blessing to me. He was a blessing to other people. I can't tell you how many people would come up to him to vent or ask for advice. I mean, he was like if there was a church reverend or whatever for the street, I mean, that was the man to go to. God, rest in peace, John. I love you and I miss you so much. No, sorry, Capricorn. You see-goated bastards. No, y'all are actually kind of like my brother / sister, whatever. I'm a Earth sign, so I'm going on the 12 sign again. I'm fucking myself up. But anywho, typically, A Capricorn, though, is associated with the Earth. You know how you have Earth, air, fire, water. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. We are the Earth signs. Okay, let's see what's for the week ahead with y'all. Well, it looks like I got a gap there. It was just a shine. I was like, why? Alright, next card. More growth. That card, you know, as you see, it rose and it dropped back down. So because this happened, I'm going to say you're having some difficulties with growth or getting things off the ground. That's what I'm going to say to that. I'm reading the Matrix, Monica. Alright. So, difficulties with growth or getting things off the ground. Well, that feels like that's been kind of a theme for the last months to me. Oh, that's sweetness. Oh dear, are you trying to hook up with somebody? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for some approval maybe? Someone to be a little nicer? It's Birdie. Change. Sweetness. I mean, death is, yeah. I like to just go with change at first, and then, you know, if I start getting other vibes, I will go into that then. Okay. This feels very complicated. I don't know what else to say there. This feels very complicated. When I say complicated, I almost get a love triangle feeling, honestly. This, of course, isn't going to apply to everybody, but if it applies to you, I do feel there's a love triangle situation going on where you're trying to get, for some of you, the one that's involved with the other person, you're trying to make things more than they are at the current moment. You want them to progress. You want that change. You want the man to leave his wife, the wife to leave her husband, leave their partner, and you believe that it's best for you two to be together. This, of course, is this person that it applies to. I'm not going to be able to do a perfect reading for everybody that watches, but yeah, this feels very complicated. I'm hearing you may be hoping for the wrong things right now. Things may feel right for you. It may seem like it's meant to be. The other person may reassure your fears and give you this confidence. Yeah, this is going to happen and it's going to work out. But something's telling me you may be wishing for the wrong thing right now. Yeah. So, for those of you in that situation, please reconsider. But I know you've already thought that yourself too. That's what I'm hearing. Don't you think they already realized? Yeah. Okay, so maybe you didn't plan to fall in love with this person. The fact is, the odds are stacked against you, and it's going to be frustrating. It's going to be very hard to get what you want out of this relationship. But, you know, proceed as you will. It's free will country and all. But obviously, I'm not seeing a happy outcome. Alright, I'm going to pull a couple more cards because I feel like that was a very specific message for a very special person. And we'll go do one for the rest of y'all. Apparently somebody needed to hear that before they hopefully they don't make a big mistake. I hope. I would definitely help people avoid walking down that path of disaster and heartache. You know, if I can. Love again. Love on the brain. You got me cursing my name. Okay, we had abundance, but before I got to that, this ideation, he flew. So you guys got all kinds of funny tricks going on in your reading. That's twice for the Capricorn. I haven't had no cards jump out on the other sign. And yours has got the first one, remember the gross, he just couldn't get it off the ground. And this one, your ideas are just flying all over the place about love, about something that you care an awful lot about. I'm not sure yet if it's a person or a situation, But you are blooming with ideas. Lots of ideas. Lots of plans. Plans. So you are moving forward with this person, I'm feeling. When I hear plans, it wasn't so much that fantasy feeling. This is the actual kind of situation you are in with somebody. You two are talking. I feel like y'all are on the same page here. Alright, balance. This could be the same situation, and this is just the other one was just the warning. Like, it may look good, it may feel good, like I said, but the outcome is not feeling like, again, wishing for the wrong thing. Another one just popped out. Balance and happiness. So I normally don't ask questions, but I have to ask this one. For those of you this relates to, do you really feel like, okay, do you feel like you're having an emotional roller coaster while you're involved in this relationship? Or is it like a steady, good, happy vibe? This is an important question, for you to really consider. Not just for this situation, but it's worth considering in all your relationship situations moving forward, because if you're involved with somebody and half of the relationship you're in a state of panic of losing them or guilt because you did something wrong, and then you got like 1/3 of it being happy or good sex or whatever, and the rest of it is like all these ups and downs and the drama, that's not a good relationship for you. It's not. It's great learning experience, totally great learning experience, but you risk becoming hurt and jaded in the process. So how many lessons do we want to learn? I'm being reminded of me telling my son this years ago. I felt like God would come down. He's telling me all the secrets, lots of stuff. Giving me all this knowledge, all this information. I would have to read millions of books to learn, but he would tell me, I would look it up. There it is. It's true. But I would have to go to college for years and be like a freaking scholar legit to learn all the stuff that he's told me. Where was I going with this? Ugh. I hate when I do that. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to me. But, yeah, maybe it'll come back to me. I'm going to let that go. But again, with the happiness and balance, make sure this is a self-evaluation kind of moment here. Reflect, really take that into consideration. I see you're moving forward with this person. See things feel good, and you got plenty of ideas about what you want to do. But are you at least 70% happy with this person in your engagement, whether you're with them or not? Do you still feel happy? Lots of energy. Okay, Spirit's telling me go ahead and stop there. That's going to cover your week. That's going to cover your week. That was for me. That one was for me. They're like acknowledging that I trust them. Them. They. It. He. She. Alright. We are on to Aquarius. February 16th through March 11th. 311 was popping. Again, what the flap? Love on the brain. It's got me going insane. Alright, all you little mushy people. Y'all mushing it up. I have a lot of the astrology channels I follow. They have been talking a lot about people meeting people this month, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Sorry. So you were barking up the wrong tree. Are you closing? Let me sort this out. I feel like something's wrong here. I'm just going through these, but yeah, there it is. There was one out of place. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, just because there's one out of place. We're going to go ahead and reshuffle this back in here. And we'll see. Maybe I just made a mistake. We'll just see. Maybe. But, just so we know, there was rejection there. Love and rejection. So, there's obviously some kind of no in the love department going on. Yeah, so it was right. Okay, so you're not getting your love, the love, either the love you're giving or the love someone's trying to give to you. It's not well received. It's actually creating a desire for more space. So that's something you may find yourself experiencing next week. I'm not putting juju on nobody. I'm not trying to curse nobody. I've had people accusing me of that before when I did readings, and when I honestly told them what I saw, good or bad, you know, be prepared. And yeah, I've had a couple of people, tell me that I put a spell on them, and it's like, no, I'm not God. Number one, I'm not God. To me, even if someone does a spell, it's not really gonna work unless God wants it to. Or like they may think they're doing a whole lot, but and maybe they are. I mean, Lord knows we all do a lot. But I just don't think it's going to happen unless the creator of it all decides, okay. Unless he gives the okay on that, it don't matter what you do. Okay. Love, space, creativity. Okay, so I'm feeling like this one. You're not giving up. Another one. You just won't give up. Trying to find another way to reach out to this person. You're trying to find reasons to talk to them. Asking about them, maybe trying to get information, you know. So like when I say that, I'm feeling like a situation where maybe you got a crush on. Well, I always use Bobby. You're probably watching too. I've been saying this shit for before I met you though, but yeah, say Bobby. What's the example I was just gonna give? I'm getting sleepy, you can tell, right? All right, what was the example? Creativity, Never mind. I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna hit pause real quick. Someone just opened the door. Okay. I don't know if it looks like a glitch when I unpause it, but it's still me. I'm still here. And oh dear, I still have to log in, and so you know clients can reach me online. But I figure it's Saturday today. Right now, it's Saturday the 17th, and it's like 4:30 in the afternoon, and I didn't wake up till 1 because I stayed up too late last night. And also, it's Saturday, so I'm expecting a lot of drunk people to be calling me up really wanting to talk tonight. Nothing like a drunk dialer. Which actually is fun for me, because sometimes I have the best conversations, because they're more relaxed, you know. They already had some fun for the night, and they're just kind of bored, and some of them are emotional. Okay, mystery, consciousness. Okay, I'm hearing with this one. You're actually drawn to this person. You're very drawn to the person, but it's actually the unknown that's drawing you to them. It's the mystery. It's wanting to know more. This person isn't allowing you to know them, and that actually makes you more curious. Movement. Reflection. Protection. Alright, so with these, this will be the last that I do for y'all. Okay, these movements, reflection, and protection, it's letting me know you've already, you know, as I said, you've already made some attempts with this person, getting closer to them, and it's not had good results so far, and you're reflecting on that. You're trying to, again, with that creativity card, you're trying to find the best way to get across to this person. I admire your persistence, but it's like I said in the beginning, it's the more you try, the more you're pushing them away. So if, you know, maybe it's just a game for y'all, because I see that's just still that curiosity. You don't really know that person or this person very well yet. Maybe it's just a game to you, and you love making them uncomfortable. I sure hope not. I hope you're not. I hope you're not that person. All right, but I would recommend, you know, if you find that this is accurate for your situation right now, I would maybe find something else to be curious about. For curiosity might kill the cat. Gotcha. All right, Pisces. March 12th through April the 18th. That was your last reading, Ollie. So quit playing with people who are trying to play with you. Advice for my 10-year-old. He's got the cutest best friend. She looks like Miley Cyrus when she was little. Just a cute little thing. So cute. I'm like, oh, we got our own Miley. Alright, this one. I got 2 for 1 for y'all. Pisces. There's your water. Ooh, on the wave. Alright. So cleanse and creativity. I feel like for many of y'all, maybe just some, you're really kind of flushing out some old thoughts. You're realizing you got some ideas that really aren't beneficial. They're not productive. They're not helping. You just need to let these ideas go. Alright. There's something else there, but that's not coming through to me, so hopefully it does. I can feel another message there, but it's just not coming up to the surface. So we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Okay, here's... I don't know if this is what was coming through, but with this one also, it's giving me the feeling that it also has to do with thoughts maybe about a person or how you can connect with a person. That part right there, that made me think of that. It's like, we can make these two connect. I don't know why I thought that, but that's what I got. So you're trying to release these ideas about pursuing somebody. Growth is the next card. That I'm hearing you're ready to move on, or you think you're ready. You're ready to let it go. Disruption just fell out. And surrender. So this too does feel like it's a bit focused on a relationship. This one, I feel like you're ready to let it go. You understand, there's too much that keeps getting in the way. It's one excuse after another. There's just too many problems or issues or time issues. It doesn't seem to be working. There's too many disruptions to this moving forward. Okay, so the surrender card, I feel like all these little reasons, they're just piling up, and you just can't keep effing with this. You know you can't. Also, that growth card, I feel like that's also a message saying, that you're at a period now where you're more willing to grow. In order to grow, sometimes we have to let go of things that are no longer serving us. That's not always easy to do, especially if it's all you've ever known. Gratefully for the sign of Pisces, I don't feel like that's really the case for you, but that doesn't change the fact, it takes some getting used to start thinking in a different way and moving differently. So I don't feel like it's gonna take too long for y'all. But also it is sad that you have to let go. I don't feel like you want to, but I just feel it overall conceding that yeah, it's time. It's time. Alright. I'm gonna pull just another 1 or 2 or 3 for y'all. Elimination. Flow. And cleanse. And I don't know what this means, but when I am looking at these cards, I'm seeing like a light shining through a window. I don't know what it means, but maybe it means something to one of y'all. That's just something that I saw. Maybe it's because of this card. Yeah, maybe. But I was seeing it in my head, not just on the card. It was like I was in a room, almost like a church or something with dark walls and then these big, like stained glass, but without the stain. I don't know. So cards. I don't know. I'll just leave it there. I'm almost done with these readings, and I am getting tired. But again, we do have, okay, illumination, flow, and cleanse. So I feel like this is you've got enough information now to really be able to move on. It's, of course, unfortunate, you know, it's sad when you do try for something and it doesn't work out, but I'm so happy to hear and see that y'all are at this point where you know you are ready to move on. Stay is time. No, I mean, I just don't want anybody. It's not about what I want, but I don't want anybody wasting their time. You know, barking up the wrong tree, you're getting hurt, or bothering people for that matter. I mean, if you're barking up the wrong trees, you're not the only one hurting. They're like, ah. Nobody wants to be the bitch or the asshole. It's like, oh, I don't like you. But that shit happens, you know. I don't know why more people can't seem to understand, you know. Maybe they just aren't feeling you. It's nothing personal. They like so-and-so better. But it happens. Don't take it personal. Alright, last but not least, actually, technically first, when you go over zodiacs, we have our Aries. Day to bed, man, pajama. Alright. April 19th through May 13th. Another sugar crush moment. Sweetness. Alright, with this one, feeling someone's luring you in with sweetness right now. I'm seeing that little stick, like, almost like a chain. There's a treat at the end. I do feel like somebody's tempting you. Somebody's trying to get your attention. Spades. Alright, with that one, I'm feeling like you know this, feel it, you need it. So this kind of feels like a score, like you've been crushing on someone and you just found out they're crushing on you back. Protection. I'm also hearing you don't want to make a big deal about it. You don't want to make a big deal about it. Also feeling you have a reputation or you have something you have to protect. You're not going to let, even though you have a crush on this person, I'll put this, even though y'all are feeling each other, you're not going to let them in that easily. Like, you want to see what else is there. It's more than meets the eye, right? Can't always trust what we see. Especially when people lure you in with that sweetness. You got to wonder, like, what's really going on there? Strength, spirits acknowledging that you are strong and you are wise. That you are, like, you're open. I'm hearing you're open to new experiences and love and dating and all that. But you're not going to be taken for a run or a ride. And I guess you sense this person, you know, you sense there's something up there. Abundance. Space. Oh yeah? It's like that? It's like that? I feel like you're on to this person. You don't got proof, but you got a feeling. So you may be creating situations to avoid them right now. Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing here. If you find yourself in this situation where you have somebody that's swinging from your balls a little too much, hanging from your ovaries a little too much, a little too excited to see you, and you're just like, there's no reason for that. Like, I mean, you're cool as fuck, right? But for someone to just meet you and be like your biggest fan all of a sudden, that's reason for suspicion, and I agree. Yeah, you can't just you can't trust people like that. Those are the ones that turn into like Selena's manager. You know, I mean, Selena's a badass, but that lady took it too far, didn't she? So yeah, definitely be on guard for weirdos. Yeah. Oh, okay, guys. Well, I did almost 100, 1 hour and about 40 minutes. Oh, hey, it's my longest video ever. Okay, so if you're still here with me, I would like.
I need a room. I gotta put in a code.
There's codes. I just wanted to say. I forget shit all the time. I know I'm gonna have Alzheimer's when I'm older, y'all. I know I am. What was I gonna say? Wow, I did it again. Oh, it's gonna be fun when I'm old. I know. I tease my kids. I'm like, you're gonna have to catch me running down the street in a diaper. I'm gonna make it real fun for y'all. I hope I'm not a poop flinger. That would suck for everybody. Nobody gonna want to watch me. What was I gonna say though? I forget. Damn, I hate when I do that. I guess maybe it wasn't that important, but I know it was. Well, anyways, we're doing all the videos here in this one chapter. There's something about the videos. I forget though. Maybe I'll make another quick update if I remember. But I guess I will wrap this up. I do need to get logged into the 2 sites I work on and just be available I'm on call there. If you do want a reading with me, I am available. Yeah, that's what it was. Subscribe. I normally am very meek, but I'm like, please subscribe. I want to go live on YouTube. That's what I want to do. I want to just be able to go live and just like chat, be able to chat with people online. I know I have a shit for following right now. There's less than 20, I believe. But can you please, hold on, Ollie. Can you please share and talk other people into subscribing or something? I have to have 50 subscribers before I can go live. If I can go live, I have a chance of reaching, more people, especially if they want free readings, which I plan on doing. So please help me. Help me get to 50 subscribers so I can start going live on YouTube. And I will do free readings online. Yeah, I'll still probably do these weekly ones. But then again, I don't know what the future holds. But ideally, I would like to be able to get on here live and interact with people, do readings. And yeah, hey, if I can make a couple donations, cool. But ultimately, I just want to go live. I want to go live on YouTube. So help me make my dreams come true, please. And share and subscribe if you haven't. And if you know anybody who has ever had a haunting experience, a psychic experience, if they are thinking they're going crazy because they can hear stuff, but that stuff ends up being right, notice anybody like that, please recommend me. I love talking with people that are learning about their abilities. It was big for me learning about myself, learning to trust myself and have confidence, and that something good was actually working through me instead of clinging to that fear. Anyways, yeah. So I will wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. To those of you who have already, it really does mean a lot to me. It definitely helps give me confidence to keep going and to know that maybe I'm helping somebody else out there. Well, I do hope you guys have a good week ahead. Again, I am available on Bitwine, on Meeting Chat, but for the best bang for your buck, I guess, best to reach me on my website. You can get a $20 reading or a 20-minute reading for $20. It's like $1 a minute. Okay. I guess that's it. I am hella tired. I need to eat. I haven't even eaten yet. I got so much to do, but I hope you guys have a good week. I'm sure y'all are busy, and I appreciate you watching. I look forward to talking with y'all next week and hearing any replies or comments about how these predictions are panning out for y'all. Till next time, have a good week and stay blessed, y'all. Namaste.